Well guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the 100-day project, day something or other. And we have brought ourselves to a little random town with not much going on. There was a reason behind it because we really wanted to give ourselves very few distractions so we could actually make a plan. Isn't many distractions to be had. We still haven't made a plan. We'll talk about that in an upcoming vlog. There is one redeeming feature of this little kind of backwater town,
which is called Alcalá la Real, by the way. It's a fortress,
and that's where we're off to visit this morning. It's probably about a half an hour walk to the fortress. Right, see you up there. We decided to take the most direct route up, which is also the steepest. Muggy, overcast day today, but interestingly, so I think the max temperature yesterday was 27, today 25, tomorrow 12, Tuesday 5 with a chance of snow. Almost on terra firma again.
my toe hurts, my knee hurts, my head hurts, and then I walked into the prickly pine tree. I feel like I just want to go and sit in a pub.
They do free tapas in this village. Just like us, we're going the wrong way.
I did suggest it was the other way.
Everything has to be a competition with this one.
Only because I'm so bad at directions that when I 1 in 50 times get it right, I'm very proud about it.
So Nicola is scanning the audio guide, and for those of you who watched Sunday's video of us in the Alhambra, there's a big question to be asked whether or not the audio guide's going to be up to Nicola's high standards.
With this audio guide, you will enter the monumental complex of the little fortress, located on the steep
Yeah, I'm done.
Very soothing.
prepared to travel in time.
Ooh.
Everything is ready to leave today in standby and live the past, a period of history where the frontier marked your life.
So it costs €8 per person to come in. Apparently it's going to take a couple of hours to go around the complex, and it'll be quite big. So behind me here is where, back in the day, the old artisans would have been selling their produce. So if I was here back in the day, I'd have been in there with my, I guess not photographs, my artwork, and probably not selling anything back then either.
Oh, there used to be a brothel here.
City at times.
And the money I would have made on my artwork. Take a dander through here, see what the store owner has for sale. We keep forgetting to eat our oranges, and this is kind of how they look in our van as well. Oh, good garlic though.
Oh, beetles were ground up.
Actually, that's what's going to save the planet. Eating bugs.
Animal fat apparently combats hair loss.
Give me some of that. Pretty spectacular views down over the village from here. Again though, unfortunately the haze is limiting the views to the far distance things. I've just made myself really dizzy going round and round there. Not quite sure where they're thinking of shooting this cannon to, but hey. I would have loved to have lived in these times for one reason and one reason only. I bet you this place just, well, it probably smelt of poo, but at times it probably smelt of cooking meat and all that good stuff. This is an example of the streets from the 15th century, I believe. See, I was paying attention.
You are?
As is quite often a feature of Spanish towns, the church bells are ringing, and they will probably ring for the next hour. They don't seem to have like church bells that just ring on the hour for the time it is. They just ring and ring and ring. Guess it's bringing in the crowds, bringing in the patrons. Not too shabby at all. There are some old bits to the town as well, and I can see one of the little sort of old churches here. Most of the reason why people come to this village is to visit the fort.
What's that? Oh, it's a bin bag. I thought it was some sort of animal mooching about over there.
So just as an FYI, there's also another, I think, private tour that you can do that actually takes you sort of subterranean, and that looks pretty cool to do. But
And I'm a bit disappointed I didn't do that now.
fortunately, we didn't have that on our tickets. Yeah, it looks like you can get in below to some of the structures here. There's a gated area over here that looks like it's taking you right in below the Alcazaba. Let's go in here and see where we're going to. Ooh. Looks like we can go even higher, be the king of the castle, be the only one up here, be the...
I'm here. I have to say, I'm enjoying this more than the Alhambra. Whether because it's smaller and quieter, I don't know, but it's really interesting. And that's even without the audio guide.
The other guy that hadn't had a look in since number 3. It's really, really nice. I really love, there's another example of some of these 15th century streets and houses down here. Not sure whether you can make out as well. There's a cannon slingshot down here as well. Maybe we'll get a go on that later. Another Stairmaster workout. I see light at the end of the tunnel. I was about to say there's no way you can pass in these stairs, so we're gonna have to back up again. Let the crowds come through first. Right, let's try that again. Let's hope we don't meet anyone. In fact, if we do meet anyone,
It's their turn to reverse.
their turn to reverse. We interrupt this tour of the castle for a coffee break. I kind of don't want that now. Oh, that's sweet.
Well, I'm having a coffee to actually try and get rid of my migraine, but the amount of sugar in that is probably going to top my migraine up.
Goodness me.
That is so sweet. I reckon somebody's put 4 sugars in that.
And if only we understood Spanish, we could sit here and listen to the little tour guide give us a rundown, but I catch like 3 words each 4 sentences. Anyway, we'll enjoy this coffee and we'll continue the tour. Cheers, sugary.
Cheers.
So we've just been watching quite an interesting movie about the history of the hill and the city within, and it just seemed to be besieged between the sort of Christians and Muslims for many hundreds of centuries. And every time the siege kind of, the other side won, they came in and they inhabited the city. Then the English turned up and burnt it all. So we're going down into the ice house now.
Wow. Obviously has to be with the ice.
Yeah, that is actually quite cold, about 8 or 9 degrees cooler than just outside. Cool, cool, cool. Quite literally.
And there's like a cave through there, like a...
That's where the bear lives. I mean, guys, even for an old uncouth Neanderthal like me, this has been really enjoyable. And it's been really fabulous to walk through the old streets and stuff. The houses were tiny and really, really closely packed together. And this was right up Nicholas Street. Old ruined buildings and castles and what have you. But even for me, I'm giving it a good solid 8 out of 10.
You've been waiting for me.
Well, guys, that's been really impressive.
Loved it, absolutely loved it. Been here over 2 hours and time's flown by.
Definitely worthwhile. Whenever we looked at the reviews for where we were staying, everyone said you've got to come up to the castle, to the fortress, and absolutely.
And even on an overcast day, we haven't particularly got the views. It's just so interesting.
Yeah, really, really good. And
Yeah.
I say, even for an old curmudgeon like me, I have really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
That's-
brilliant, absolutely, and so worth the money. €8 each.
Yeah.
What a bargain!
Yeah.
I've preferred this to the Alhambra, and that's probably very controversial, but I've thought this has been amazing.
Right, well, we're going to start wandering back out of the fortress, back down the hill. Maybe it's time for a little
Luncheon,
luncheon.
absolutely.
Catch up in a bit. Well, guys, that is us back down the hill and suitably refreshed.
We went to Cafe JB. If you happen to be here, you're looking for somewhere good to go. And we had 4 courses of tapas with roughly 8 beers.
8
Total of-
coppers.
Yeah, 8 coppers, small beers, €16. And for that we got a paella, some tempura prawns, some really tasty meat with garlic mayonnaise, and salmon on bread. Oh, superb.
God bless you, Spain, and all your tapas, especially free tapas. And apparently next Sunday, which is Easter Sunday, that place is open 24/7.
But I'm not convinced you'll get 24 tapas.
We could try. We could try.
We were going to stay for another beer if there happened to be another round of tapas, but it looks like 4's your limit.
Yeah,
so-
4's your limit, and then get out. Right, guys, well, once again, thanks a lot for following along. And from the wonderful castle up there, come visit there.
La Molta, I think it's called, in Alcalá la Real.
And from the 100 Day Project, day something or other, we shall see you tomorrow.